when I mix my paint, I like to start with choosing only 3 primaries from my palette, yellow, red, and blue. And I just try and mix everything I need with them. If there are any colors that I cannot reach, I do add to my palette, but only after trying everything with those 3. And by reducing that main palette, I ensure a very harmonic color scheme with the bulk of colors in my painting just working well. So I have a little demonstration of how I do my palette and how I choose my colors. I start off with the main color of my painting. In this case, it was leaf, the one we transferred before. And this one is mostly orange and yellow. And I also start with adding the less dominant color first, so the yellow, then the red, because I need way more yellow to brighten up the red. Here I can just add a tiny bit of red to change my yellow. I do those tiny little mixes first to just try out what might be the most fitting color. And I do those little dabs on my card, my watercolor card, so I can see all of the all of the shades that are in there that I might need. And I write down what I used so that I can still figure out what that was, even if after trying many, many different things, I just wipe everything away. I can look at that one. Here I'm trying another one, then marking those little dots, writing down what I used. And when I find colors that work, that I want to keep, you can see here, I just did the little X as a marking, so I know, okay, that one was it. Now yellow and blue, same yellow with blue, doing my dots. It seems like I was happy with it. So now I have my 3 colors, 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 blue, and I start my final palette. And what I like to do is I fan them out like the color wheel with all the different hues in between. So starting with my yellow and my red, I just mix them together so I get all those different colors in between. Because once I'm painting, I don't have to remix everything while searching for some special color. I have it all there. And if I run out of one specific tone, I can just do those things again, and somewhere in there it will be, no matter what. I will find it. Also, it helps me not to get too lazy with choosing different color hues, because I always have just all the opportunities right in front of me. And here I just add more red, because I need mostly orange and reds for my painting. Now a little bit sped up. Again, same yellow, but with the blue for my greens. I mix those together, and if they are too bright, I will do the classic, just a little bit of red in there. Now my reds and blues for the purples, and here I added a second red to bridge the gap of having a warm red and the blue getting too brown. If there are colors that I can't reach, like I said, I just add. Here in the middle, it's again yellow, red, and blue from before for my browns and my grays. And I really love this one because I have a problem with browns, and mixing them from my existing palette with those 3 helped me enormously to get a harmonious and natural look. So just noting them as well. And then looking again at my leaf, do I need anything else? Cobalt violet in this case. I will use that one for reflections on red parts, and I just add it wherever I have space left. And depending on how big my painting is, I will use a small plate or a bigger one. They are all just porcelain or ceramic plates that I found at the flea market. Or maybe I stole them from my mom, but she will never know. So for painting, I use mostly the store brands Kolinsky sables from an art store here in Austria called Gerstecker. They are way cheaper than the Winsor Newton Series 7, which now, especially after Brexit, they are so expensive. And to me, the quality is the same. And for my type of work, they are even better than the Series 7. And I mostly use size 2, sometimes size 3 or 1, but they are they are amazing. I think they cost like €4 for like a standard size 2 brush, so incredible. So when painting, I always start at the easier parts of the painting, just to ease into the process. And with big compositions, I also like to start away from the main focus point so that possible mistakes aren't as visible. I work in small sections, as you can see here, looking for the darkest area. You can see me adding shade to the darkest area right there.